Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today's project is a fun fold card that resembles a bay window. So this is the card, and if you look at it from the top, it looks like a bay window. And this is also half a book fold because I've actually glued this bit down in order to make the bay window more pronounced. If you don't glue this side, it will just come loose. The card will fold flat to go in an envelope when you want to post it, and it might be helpful if you left a note or a picture of how the card should display to the recipient. You can also cover the inside of the card if you wish with the designer series paper, so you know the front and the inside of the card has the same pattern. And for continuation of the pattern, you've also got this on the stopper, and I've added a bit of cardstock to glue the designer series paper on so it would make this stopper more sturdy. The stamp set and punch is called Easter Bunny. This comes bundled, or you can buy it separately, but you'll save 10% if you bought both together. You'll find it on page 52 of the January to April mini catalogue. I'm also using the deckled rectangle dies, counting from the smallest outwards. There are 8 dies in the set, number 1 being the smallest, so I'm going for number 4. The inks I'm using are Soft Succulent and Tuxedo Black Memento ink, and I'm also using Smoky Slate to stamp my rabbit with rather than the Memento Black ink. Using quite a few of the stamping blends to colour in the Easter eggs, and that's Highland Heather, Balmy Blue, Smoky Slate for the rabbit, Petal Pink, Soft Succulent, and So Saffron. You need a scrap of Whisper White to cut the matte layer for the front, and also to stamp and fussy cut the grass. The card base is in Soft Succulent, and this has been cut at 4 1/8 inches by 11.5 inches. In metric, that will be 10.5 centimeters by 29 centimeters. To create the bay window fold with the long side at the top, you score at 5/8 inches, 1 7/8 inches, 3 7/8 inches, 5 1/8 inches, and 5 3/4 inches. In metric, that will be 1.5, 4.5, 10 centimeters, 13 centimeters, and 14.5 centimeters. Burnish all the score lines. The one that's furthest inside is where the card folds in half. The first score from there will be a valley fold, mountain fold, mountain fold, and a valley fold for the last one. So this is how it will look. Okay, then you need a piece for the stopper, which is 1 3/8 inches by 4 inches, and in metric that will be 3.5 by 10 centimeters. For the inside of the card, you need a basic white piece, 4 inches by 4 7/8 inches. That's 10 centimeters by 12.5 centimeters. You need to glue this piece on the fold, like so, and then you can glue this piece into your card after you've glued this fold down to make the book fold, and then glue the basic white piece in so that there's an even border all round. The designer series paper I'm using came from the Enjoy the Journey 12 by 12 inch DSP pack. This is the one we're going to be using. They are gorgeous papers, and if you spent £45 during celebration, you could get a pack of this free. And that's reverse. Because I got them free, I'm not afraid to chop them up. I used it strategically so that I could cut it into 4-inch strips. Sort out which side your pattern is going to be. So I need it upright this way, so I'll have to cut the height at 4 inches. So marry up the paper on the 4-inch line on your trimmer and cut off a 12 by 4-inch strip. I want a continuous pattern, so I'm going to have to cut this at 11 5/8, so that's 2 marks beyond the 11.5 inches. So I'll discard that strip. Your will be for the stopper, and that measures 1 3/8 inches. Turn the paper upside down because you can't see it. 1, and that's a 1/2 inch, and you go 2 marks less than 1.5 inch mark, and then cut that off. Okay, so that's your first. I'm going to leave my paper there for the minute. I'm going to glue this 1 3/8 inch by 4 inches piece to the stopper cardstock. So they're both the same size, and I just want to reinforce it and make sure it is flush with the paper. So where I've marked the 10-inch mark, that's where I want to orient my stopper. So this is the right side up of your stopper. So if you flip it over so that it's upside down, then align it with the inside basic white layer. Okay, let that flop because this tucks in. You want to see where this bit goes, and then you need to draw a line, and then this is the side you want dimensionals on, okay, so that when you put it over, this will tuck and the dimensionals will stop it from going all the way down, because you want it to be upright to make the bay window. I've marked it in pencil, and now I want to put the dimensionals on. So you want it along that line there. Remove the backing tape. Have it the right way up. This is your 10-inch mark there that you marked, or the 25cm mark, and you just want to make sure that all the white is covered. And there you go, see, that now tuck in to make your bay window. Now with the remaining piece, after you cut off the 1 3/8 inches, you now have 10 1/4 inches left. So you want to cut that in half, so that will be 5 1/8 inches. Now you want to stack this on top of each other, so you're cutting through 2 sheets at the same time. You can just hold on to it and make sure it doesn't move, or you can just use a bit of washi tape to secure it. Now remember to keep it in the order that you cut it, okay? So the first cut is 1/2 inch, so that's 1/2 inch there. And remember to keep it in the order they've been cut to maintain the pattern. The next one will be 1 1/8. I'm going to turn it upside down. because it's just easier to see for me. Make sure the paper doesn't move and that the trimmer is down so you can be sure that it's accurate. The next cut will be 1 7/8. Go back to the right side, and the last cut will be 1 1/8. So 1 1/8. And then you'll be left with 1/2 inch here. So that's the order in which they've been cut, alright? So now we want to glue it to our card. So take the first piece, then the second, then the third, so that's the front completed. Then open it up, and you want to start now from the right working toward the left. This one will be surplus to requirements because you've glued that first panel down, okay? So this is the matte layer for the deckled edge. I'm going to cut that in a minute. Matte layer for the deckled rectangle measures 2 inches by 3 3/8. That's 5 centimeters by 8.5 centimeters. I'm going to stamp that in smoky slate because I think that's a softer colour rather than Tuxedo Black Memento ink. I'm also going to stamp the butterfly on a scrap of basic white and an Easter egg, just a single Easter egg, which I'll fussy cut out for the rabbit to hold. And also on the inside of the card I'm going to stamp some Easter eggs in the bottom here. Enjoy the little moments here. Then I'm going to colour the Easter eggs in with Highland Heather, Petal Pink, Balmy Blue and So Saffron, and I'll speed this up. Now I'm going to do the grass, and I'm going to stamp this in Soft Succulent. Then I'm going to colour this in. I'm going to fussy cut the grass. I'll cut this off camera and I'll be back. I'm going to stamp Easter first, then the happy on top, do the Easter egg in the middle, lastly the butterfly over here, and then glue it to the deckled edge rectangle, leaving an even border all round, like so. And remember, when you're gluing this to that, just only glue in the middle so you don't get glue on these sides. Just pop that in there and press it down, and there's the card finished. There's my original. We'll just open that up so you can see what it looks like inside. There's your bay window when it stands up for display, and this is so that you can see it better in the video. So thanks for joining me today. All the supplies I used for this project is below this video in the show more section. You can also find me on Facebook, Pinterest or Instagram, and if you'd like to read more then do hop over to my blog. The link is also below. If you liked it then I'd appreciate it if you shared it as well and give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Bye.